Major Archbishop Shevchuk, Pope remains close to suffering Ukrainians. The head of the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church, speaks to Vatican News about his conversation on Thursday with Pope Francis, in which he informed him of the worsening humanitarian emergency in Ukraine as the third winter of war approaches and Russia continues to hammer Ukrainian cities. Pope Francis on Thursday received an audience Major Archbishop Shevchuk. The head of the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church is in Rome for the Synod on Synodality, where he is bringing the voice of the suffering Ukrainian people and of all Eastern churches. The papal audience took place on the eve of Pope Francis' meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on October 11. Speaking to Vatican News, Salvatore Cernuzio on the sidelines of the assembly, the Major Archbishop of Kyiv described the meeting with the Pope as a spiritual moment of dialogue and reflection. Concerned for the most vulnerable in the war, I wanted to inform the Holy Father about the situation in Ukraine, the disaster of the war we are living through, and the challenges we will face as winter approaches, he explained. He is truly concerned for the civilian population, for what is happening in Ukraine, and for the most vulnerable who are the ones suffering the most. Major Archbishop Shevchuk also explained that he informed Pope Francis about the life of the Ukrainian Church in these circumstances and, in particular, about the recent Synod of the Greek Catholic bishops, which focused on the theme of evangelization and on how to proclaim the Word of God and bring its message of hope to desperate people. He said he handed him a pastoral letter on war and just peace, summarizing fruits of the Synod and reflecting on the current situation in Ukraine. Pope's gratitude for the heroic service of the Church. Pope Francis, the Archbishop Major continued, thanked me for the heroic service of our Church, bishops, and priests and assured me of his prayers and blessings. For his part, the head of the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church reiterated his gratitude to Pope Francis for his many interventions and for always remembering martyred Ukraine. He also thanked him for mediating the release of 10 Ukrainian civilians, including the Redemptorist priests Ivan Halida and Bohdan Levitsky arrested by the Russians in November 2022. Their release was part of an exchange of Russian and Ukrainian prisoners of war mediated by the Holy See, and prompted President Zelensky, among others, to thank the Holy See for the efforts made to bring these people home. Commenting on Pope Francis' audience with the Ukrainian president on Friday, Archbishop Shevchuk said President Zelensky has a great respect for the Holy Father, whom he considers to be a global moral voice and authority.